How's it going, crew? This is Happy Days, and welcome to another episode of our Expert Mode Survival series, where each episode we look at some strategies and tips to give you a strong start in Expert Mode. So, a lot of people talk about the Space Gun Meteorite armor combo, and I'm quite vocal about it myself. I think it's very, very strong, / overpowered. But what if you want to start your Expert Mode journey with this amazing armor weapon combination? So today we're going to look at from fluffy new character to full death machine character overpowered, how quickly you can actually get this done. So let's get started. Step 1 is to quickly chop some trees down and make 4 quick little houses. Now you can make the houses big and pretty if you want, but the reason we're just making quick and simple houses is we want to get a few NPCs moved in as early as possible. Those NPCs are the merchant, which requires you have 50 silver, and the demolitionist, which requires you have a bomb or some sort of explosive in your inventory. Now technically you only need 3 houses, but the reason I make 4 is in case a random NPC moves in, we don't want to block our chance of getting the NPCs we need. Step 2 is charge along the surface looking for any normal wooden chests and break any pots that you find. The goal at this stage is just to collect as much cash as possible to fulfill the 50 silver requirement of spawning the merchant. This is because the demolitionist won't spawn until you've got an active merchant on your world. If it gets to night on your first day and you've only got the merchant spawned, it can be a good idea to stop exploring the surface world and actually dig underneath your base, because the mobs will just simply be too tough for you to beat. While you're mining underground on your first night, it's a good chance to grab some ore, as you can sell the bars for extra cash to buy bombs with, or upgrade your equipment if you really want to. Although I do recommend using your money to using your ores to sell, because it'll allow you to buy more bombs, which will ultimately speed this process up. As soon as the demolitionist spawns, you're good to go. So make your way back to base, and you should have enough recall potions from all the mining and collecting you've been doing. So your goal at this stage is to sell any loot that you have that's extra sort of stuff that you don't really need. The goal here is just to make as much money as you can to buy as many bombs as you can. This is also the time you'll want to craft your watch if you've got the resources. You need 10 metal bars, copper or tin for example, and a chain which is made from a lead or iron bar. The reason for the watch is you need to break the shadow or crimson hearts at very specific times to have a good chance to spawn a meteorite. Once you've done that, make your way to the crimson or corruption depending on what world you're on. Step number 4 is making your way down into the corruption. Now, what I found to be more effective than trying to get down the caverns is actually just to mine your way through the ground. The reason with trying not to go through the caverns is because it's expert mode, the mobs are going to destroy you so quickly. Once you've made your way down into the depths of the corruption, you want to start blowing your way through to a Shadow Orb or Crimson Heart. I'm just going to call them Shadow Orbs from now, just an FYI. You want to start making your way to it, but don't blow it up just yet. The reason for this is, if you blow it up between 12 AM and 4 AM, you've got a 50% chance of a meteorite spawning straight away, which is what we're really after here. Once it gets to 12 AM, it's time to smash the orb, and you've got a 50% chance of a meteorite falling straight away, which is what we're after. You'll also note that you'll collect a gun weapon the first time you destroy a Shadow Orb, and this is really important because it's going to help us when we get to the meteorite crash zone. Use any slimes that you've found to craft sticky bombs, which you can simply make by hand, having bombs and slime in your inventory. You'll find your meteorite crash sites. They're fairly common, they're usually on the surface, and all you want to be doing is throwing the sticky bombs onto the meteorite. And you can do this pretty safely from a distance, and the beautiful thing with the sticky bombs is it will attach straight to the meteorite, allowing you to safely mine it relatively quickly. You only need you only need 195 ore to craft all the meteor gear. So likely you're going to get more than enough, but once you've got over 195 ore, you can make your way back to base. The last step is just to make your way back to your forge in your base, and you can craft all of your meteorite bars. So as I mentioned, you only need 195 ore, which will make more than enough to create the space gun and each piece of the armor. Once you've got all of that, just equip your gear and you have a full set of meteorite armor with the space gun, which allows you to have unlimited space gun usage, which is an amazing start to expert mode if you wish to do it. There's a bit of luck involved and you can die at a few spots along the way, but as you can see, by following this simple strategy, before you even use your first life crystal, you can be massively powered up for expert mode and kill bunnies. Thanks as always for watching another episode of our Expert Mode Survival series, and remember that the topic of these episodes are usually suggested by you in the community, so if you want to see something covered and you want some tips for Expert Mode, just leave a comment below and I'll record as many as I can down, and most popular ones end up becoming episodes. So, I really liked the challenge of getting the meteorite armor as soon as possible, and it kind of makes me, I want to go back after this and just play it from scratch and see how quickly I can do it. Almost like a speedrun, I suppose. So I guess our question today is, have you set yourself any speedrun challenges in Terraria, such as beating a boss really early on, or trying to get a certain armor set really early on? It's actually something, I really enjoy doing this, and I actually want to do a bit more of it. Alright, it's time for shoutouts as always. And just a quick little message to the community, I suppose. I'm noticing a bit of a trend lately, and shout-out requests are getting super long, to the point where there's multiple characters, and there's like a paragraph of text. Just a reminder, guys, that shout-outs are supposed to just be a quick little message, one line, one character. Yeah, so, because at the end of the day, everyone wants their shout-outs on there, so if you make them nice and quick for me, I can fit more in. So with that said, I've just got a few of them today, and if you look at the sort of shout-outs you're doing, if they're really long ones, maybe cut them back a little bit. If you can, I would really appreciate it. So our first one is from Tiny Tower Plays, and they've asked me saying, "Cookie voice, help, I'm in Wolf King stomach." Poor Cookie, poor Cookie. Thanks, Tiny. Our next one is from Robin B, and they've asked me to sing in a yarn voice. "Yo, yo, dragon, spin!" Reminds me of Beyblade, where they say the names of their attacks that the little Beyblades are doing. Oh, how did a slime get up here? Kill a slime. Thanks, Robin. And our last one today is from Zandi, and they've asked me to sing a Tarzan voice. Tarzan. "That's the way the cookie crumbles." That sounded a bit cavemanish, but I think you guys get the idea. Alright, so thanks, guys. I know you're all going to take the feedback on shoutouts, and yeah, I can't wait to hear all of your awesome shoutouts in the comments today for requests for the next video. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this and you found it useful, especially if you're struggling a bit with expert mode, or just looking for a new challenge, like I really want to try this again myself as soon as I upload this, so yeah. Keep your comments coming, requests for expert mode tutorials, or requests for just other videos in general. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click the little HD icon in the bottom right corner, you won't be disappointed, and our latest videos will go straight to your sub box. How cool is that? Here's the most important part, as always, and I know I say it every video, but it is very important to me. I want you all to stay happy, and I'll see you soon. This is Happy Days, signing out. See ya! And that means that ectoplasm will be, getting farmed nicely. And you can see that was dead easy to set up that. So the mobs can cruise up the sides, the mimics can get in, which is one of the main things. Yeah, we've got lots of good loot. Oh, he's got 3,000 health! He's only got 3,000!